we're ambitious, if we want more, if we're goal-oriented and driven, subconsciously or consciously, we just believe we have to harden ourselves, be less emotional, be less soft, less feminine. Basically, be less you. It's almost like ambition comes at a cost. You. Ambition isn't masculine. We've just been brainwashed to believe that it is. So today, I'm here to challenge that belief. I'm here to show you that doing something or creating something meaningful does not have to be at the cost of yourself. This video has 3 sections. Section 1, the old conditioning. Section 2, the reframe. Section 3, how do you know you're doing it right? And by the end of it, I'm going to make sure that you realize that you can achieve all of your goals and be the most successful version of yourself while also being soft and graceful and elegant and feminine, which is girls. Anyway, let's get into it. Section 1, the old conditioning. For a long time, worldly ambition and success has been molded to us in very specific ways. Think about what we associate with success and being ambitious. Being competitive, loud, bold, aggressive, being emotionally detached and always pushing yourself. This was not created because it's natural. This was created because they worked in a system built by men for men. This was designed for men. So naturally, us women folk were told, you're not meant to do this, or you can't do it, or if you really rebelled and if you wanted to achieve our goals, we were told we had to adapt. Adapt who we are, how we speak, how we express ourselves, our body, our pace, basically everything about yourself. And you know what? We knew in our hearts that we're meant for so much more that we did change. We adapted and we entered rooms that we weren't allowed in before. We achieved things that we were told were not possible. We were finally doing everything that we were meant to do. But at what cost? Burnout, anxiety, chronic stress, and constantly overriding your own needs. Literally, no one was happy. That's not success. That's survival. Success is about thriving, about being the best version of yourself. And this whole concept that you should either be successful or be yourself is just plain stupid. And dare I say, it's not even real. This whole choice is not real. It was never real. It's just our limiting beliefs make us think that this is a choice that we have to make and we do it. Crazy, right? But since it's just limiting beliefs, the solution is also pretty easy. You just have to reframe your mindset. So hey, welcome to chapter 2, the reframe. Ambition is the most human thing ever. Everybody has a certain degree of ambition in them. Ambition is the desire to grow, to create, to improve, to express potential, be it in any aspect of life. Ambition is natural, but what's not natural is how it's usually expressed. When it's time to act on your ambition, we've been told to control things rather than to connect with them. We've been told to force things rather than allowing them to flow, and this leads us to situations where we feel pressured more than being present. Ambition has a very prominent relationship with the self, and when we're not being ourselves, that's the issue. We get so lost into prioritizing the outcome rather than the internal experience, and that's not right. Ambition prioritizes alignment without sacrificing the results of the outcome. It asks, how can I grow without abandoning myself? How can I build without burning out? How can I succeed while also staying connected to my intuition, to myself, to my values, to my body? And how can I be me? How can I succeed while being me? That's what strengthens your ambition. That's what makes it sustainable. But while we're talking about being ourselves, let me make one thing very clear. When I'm saying you shouldn't change for ambition and success, I do not mean that you're avoiding hard work. I don't mean that you should be waiting to be saved, or I'm not saying that you should romanticize passivity. Okay? Acting on ambition and moving towards success requires hard work. Full stop. Period. Success is hard work. It demands you to be the best version of yourself. But that's the thing. You're supposed to be the best version of yourself. You're supposed to be like you, and you're supposed to make sure that you're enough to show up again tomorrow. It should be sustainable. So, How do you know if you're doing it right? How do you identify and know if you're doing it right? In practice, following your ambition and trying to be successful the right way looks like choosing rhythm over rigidity. Instead of forcing yourself to be consistent every day, you're supposed to respect your seasons of work, rest, recovery, creativity, or anything else. There are different phases to your life. Just like there are different seasons in the year, there are different phases to your life, and you're supposed to respect it. 2. Discipline looks like self-respect. You're not doing things just because you shouldn't fall behind or anything else, or for external factors. You're doing things because you said you'd do it and made a promise to yourself. You respect and trust yourself enough to keep the promises that you made for yourself. 3. You take emotions as data and feedback. You're supposed to listen to your emotions because you get so much feedback about how you're doing, what you're doing, and how your progress is. If you're doing things right, what you're supposed to change. Emotions are not a bad thing. You're supposed to let your emotions guide you. 4. You have a daily routine or structure that's soft. Here's the thing. Your routine is not a trap. It's not supposed to be hard. It's a tool that helps you be the best version of yourself. It makes sure that you get to do everything that you want while also staying sane, and it empowers you. Your routine is supposed to empower you, not drain you or not feel monotonous. 5. Presence over pressure. When you're doing anything in your life, while you're achieving your goals, moving towards your dream, you're supposed to be present in the situation. There are a lot of emotions, happy, sad, stressed, sure, but you're supposed to be present, not just pressured. If it feels like you don't want to do this and you're just like, you should probably reevaluate your goals, because no, that's not how ambition and success is. So now that you know all this, I just want to say one thing and remind you that us women are capable of doing anything that we set our minds to. If we're capable of bringing life onto earth, like if we're capable of converting something intangible into something tangible, like come on, doing something and achieving our goals in the material world is not a big deal. We got this, like really, come on. We're gonna do this with grace, softness, and ease, because that's who we are. If this video resonated with you, comment down below and let me know what spoke to you the most, because I love to hear your thoughts on it. And don't forget, like and subscribe so you get more such content. But that's it I have for this video. So bye.